Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Those of you who have been with me for a while know that I've been kind of flitting around trying to decide how to make my channel work the best. And finally, I just decided I need to see how my channel works when I do what I really love to do, which is working with the cycles of the moon. And so I'm going to really be focusing more on that. I will keep doing the monthlies and the mid-monthlies. But every week I am going to cover the moon. I did channel a message for you, and I will get to that in just a moment. But first, let me thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me to grow my channel. YouTube has been messing around with the algorithms, and so sometimes even if you've hit the notification bell, you may not be notified. So there will always be a video that comes out on Monday, and quite often there will be videos that come out on Thursdays. If you just want to keep an eye out for those, that would be great. I would like to invite you to please participate in sharing and exchanging energy with me by hitting that thumbs up, by leaving me a comment. It helps me to tap into your energy when I do channel messages. And it also, I'm be honest, it helps with the algorithms, which are somehow suddenly becoming very hard to figure out here on YouTube. So I appreciate your help with that. So your vision, what did I see when I got into your stuff? Well, what I saw was the sun was really high up in the sky. And like maybe 10, 11 o'clock in the day. So it was almost noon, but it wasn't quite overhead. And it was very bright. It was very warm. And you were standing on the edge of this small pond or this pool of water. And you were staring at your reflection. And the sun was so bright. It was kind of bouncing back at you. It was hard to see, everything. Because mostly it just felt like the sun was reflecting back at you. But it looked like you were looking at your life from, seeing it from a different perspective, reflecting on who you were and what makes you happy and what brings you joy, because that sun just felt so nice and warm. And so it felt kind of like that energy. And just as I was getting out of the vision, I saw you wink at yourself in your reflection. And so I do think that there was the seeking of what brings the joy and what brings the happiness into your life. I'm just checking my notes because I feel like there was something else okay. No. So basically, it felt like you were trying to decide what makes you feel in alignment with yourself. Where do you find the joy that you're seeking for that's inside of you? And so there was just this self-reflection energy, which is a good thing. Everybody should take a little time to do that. So let's go ahead and get into the cards for the week. I do want to talk about that full moon that is happening on Monday at 1:48 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the U.S. Yes, it's daylight time. I'm so excited. And so it's a super full moon, which means it has a lot of attraction. It has the ability to attract into your life whatever it is that you're focusing on. So focus on the positive, not the negative, so you can attract in the good stuff. It is very beautifully supported by this trine energy, which is like a triangle is the most stable geometric shape there is, with the action-oriented planet of Mars that is in Capricorn, and Jupiter, which is about expansion, and Pluto, which is about transforming your life in a very deep way. And so this moon has a lot of potential to allow you to release what's holding you back from moving forward in a very expansive, positive, transformative way in your life. But it's also it's in opposition to the sun, which is in conjunction with Neptune, which is all about dreams. And so there's this energy of taking your dreams and bringing them down into reality, and what action steps do you need to take? And so I cannot encourage you enough. This has been a month of really super important that we figure out what the big dream is. What is the big ask? What do we really want? And then we just write it down. Just the simple act of writing it down, what this dream is an action step. And so taking some small action is like dropping the pebble into the still pond, and it changes and it moves and it vibrates out, and it changes the way things are happening, and it allows you to, with this super moon, attract into you what it is that you're seeking to bring into your life. It is going to help you to illuminate where your goals are, where your dreams are. This is a really big opportunity. And Taurus, you've had a rough year, and I don't want you to miss this opportunity. So take a little time and do that reflecting. Do stare into the water of your soul and say, okay, what is it that I really want? What brings the joy and the happiness into my life? What is it that I'm seeking, right? What is it that I'm seeking? So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with the cards. So that moon is about achieving through power and attraction what it is you want, and you have released jealousy. Ooh. So jealousy could be about a relationship. Jealousy could also be that, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Maybe you look at other people's lives and you think, oh, they have it all. They have the great relationship with their significant other. They have the car I want. They have the job I want. They seem to be making it, but you can't see behind closed doors, and you don't actually know what's going on over there. So honestly, being all worried about what is happening in other people's lives blocks the energy and the flow of abundance to you. And so by focusing on what it is that brings you happiness and not worrying about what's going on in other people's lives, you have a better shot at bringing into you, again, like I said, the super moon will attract to you what you're focusing on. So using the full moon to release the jealousy that you feel for what you think other people have that you don't have, and instead focus on taking the action step of focusing on what it is that brings you happiness and joy, and seeking that inside of you. Because when that moon moves on Tuesday at 6:03 a.m., yes, into Libra, it sets off a couple days of some difficult energy. Tuesday and Wednesday has some really tough energy because the angle of the moon is in a square with all the stuff that's going on over there in all the beautiful energy that was so supportive the day before. Now all those planets are in this difficult angle. And so there's going to be some self-reflection, which is what I saw you doing, about what brings you the joy and what brings you the pleasure. And it is all about rolls around your reputation. And so I feel like there's this feeling for you that, how do other people view me? Well, if you're worried about how other people view your life, then you're missing the point. It isn't what other people think or feel about your life that matters. It is only what you think and feel about your life. And honestly, what other people think and feel it's about your life is none of your business. It's what do you want? How do you feel about it? What is it that makes you feel happy? Finding that joy. Joy is not, other people can't bring it to you. Material things can't bring it to you. Joy is a feeling of peace that comes from within. It's the joy in the small moments of being able to stop where you are, take a look around, and see something that brings that smile to your face, that makes you wink at yourself, right? And so you have simplified your life. This is getting rid of the clutter, the baggage, the things that are not serving, the things that are not bringing you pleasure, the things that are releasing the jealousy would be part of getting rid of the clutter. That is a significantly difficult energy to be traveling around with. And then start embracing the future. Get ready to move through that archway, that doorway into the future that comes with this moon here. And so I step into the future with an open heart. So letting go of the jealousy and allowing yourself to move forward is an opportunity to really bring some great things to you. I love the cards that you are getting. Okay, so on Thursday, the moon moves into Scorpio, again, really early in the morning, 5:28 a.m., and it is in opposition to Venus over there in your sign of Taurus. Okay, so now there's this opposition energy of tension, of pulling and looking at things differently, but it's about creating the balance and the commitments that you're making to yourself and to others, and again, stopping and looking for the beauty and the joy in the moment of where you are, what it is that you need, and look what you got. You got resilience. Resilience. I mean, if there's anything anyone really wants in this life. And it's such a Scorpio kind of card too, right? So that moon in Scorpio is about resilience for you. There is no need to rush or push. This is the time to take things as they come. You have the determination and patience, there's a Taurus word, to handle what is happening. And then you have mutually beneficial. Mutually beneficial. And so this energy is happening in your 7th house of partnership. And so what works for you in this committed partnership? Now, it could be business and it could be intimate. It says this is an there is an extraordinary connection at the forefront of your life at this moment. Utilize this relationship to benefit everyone concerned. And this is with this commitment, this balance, this finding out what works for everybody. It's working with the flow of the energy. Oh, wow. Okay, so then the moon, when it moves into Sagittarius at 7:09 a.m. on Saturday. Now, again, this is some energy that takes you a little bit deeper. This energy here on Friday the 13th is actually very supportive again. So it's good positive energy about bringing your dreams and your goals and making them something real for you. And then it gets a little difficult again on Saturday and Sunday with this opposition energy, where the sun and the angles of the moon are with it. But the word resilience shows up here too. So when you release, when you declutter, when you cut back out of your life the things that don't work, then you allow room for growth. And the other thing that's really important to know is that in life, and when we learn these lessons and we have these hard things that happen, there is a wisdom that comes from experience. There is no substitute for experience in life, right? If you, the older you get, the more you realize, oh, I've been there, done that, I learned something. That's wisdom, right? And if you would have known then, maybe you made different choices, but you didn't, but you do now. And so, but you also always had and still have access to your inner wisdom. So there's a wisdom that comes through life experience, but then there's the ability to tap into your inner wisdom, that voice inside of our heads. And it says, take a different approach to your situation, look inside yourself and reflect on your past experiences. Look inside yourself and reflect. You standing there at that pool and looking in the water back at yourself and seeing things from a different perspective, right? Connect with Mother Nature and discover the secrets within. The answers that you seek are within. So taking that time to go ahead and stare into the pool and go ahead and reflect on your life and go ahead and reflect on what have you learned and what actually brings you joy, and releasing other people's expectations, releasing the expectation of society about what does success mean in anything. It's about what actually brings you joy, what actually brings you happiness, what lights you up inside, and what brings you that peace and that serenity at night that allows you to fall asleep with ease, right? And so your color card for the week is red, and it says free yourself from pain. And I feel like this pain is the burden that you carry of what you think the world expects you to do and what the world expects you to be. So free yourself from that unnecessary baggage. Release yourself from the jealousy and the expectations of others. Simplify your life and remember that you are resilient, and every experience that you've had has just made you a wiser soul. And that's good stuff. All right? You take care. I'll see you next week. Until then, do a little self-reflecting. Looks like it'll be good for you. And write down what you want. Okay? You take care.